The first crack came from a stranger's mouth. My son and daughter-in-law had just stood up from the table, arguing softly about who forgot their wallet. My son laughed it off, squeezed her hand, and said he'd run to the car. She followed him, heels clicking fast, face tight in a way I'd learned to recognize as forced calm. I stayed behind, folding the napkin, breathing in the smell of grilled meat and lemon cleaner. That's when the waitress came back. She didn't smile this time. "Sir," she said quietly, leaning in as if she were afraid the walls could hear. "I'm so sorry, but I think you should know, your daughter-in-law was here last week. Not with your son." My chest went hollow, like someone had knocked the air clean out of me. I didn't answer right away. I just stared at the water glass, watching the ice melt. She kept talking, words tumbling out in a whisper. Same table. Same laugh. Different man. He held her hand the whole time. I nodded like I understood, paid the bill with hands that didn't feel like mine, and walked out to the parking lot with a smile glued onto my face. A husband's smile. A father's smile. The kind that hides panic. On the drive home, I told myself there had to be an explanation. A work dinner. A cousin. A misunderstanding. I'd spent 30 years married. I knew how easy it was to jump to conclusions, how dangerous doubt could be. But doubt doesn't ask permission. It settles in quietly. That night, I couldn't sleep. I replayed the dinner in my head. The way my daughter-in-law checked her phone under the table. The way she flinched when my son reached for it. The way she laughed a second too late at his jokes. I started noticing things after that. Missed calls she didn't return when my son was in the room. Messages she deleted too fast. Excuses that sounded rehearsed. I hated myself for watching so closely, for turning love into suspicion. As a husband, it brought back memories I didn't want. Times I'd questioned my own wife's late nights, my own moments of insecurity. Trust is fragile. Once you touch it with doubt, it never feels the same. A week later, my son came over alone. He looked tired. Older somehow. "She's been distant," he said, staring at the floor. "Says I'm imagining things." I wanted to protect him. I wanted to stay quiet. But silence felt like betrayal too. So I told him about the dinner. About the whisper. About the other man. He didn't shout. He didn't cry. He just sat there, jaw tight, eyes empty. That reaction hurt more than anger ever could. They confronted it together that night. I wasn't there, but I heard every word later. She denied it at first. Said the waitress was wrong. Then said it was just talking. Then finally, when the evidence came out, she said she felt lonely. Unseen. Justified. My son told me she cried. Said she never meant to hurt him. I understood her words, even as I hated them. Marriage isn't just vows, it's daily choices. And betrayal doesn't start in beds. It starts in small permissions we give ourselves. When my son moved back in for a while, I saw him grieve not just the marriage, but the future he'd imagined. Kids. Holidays. Old age together. All of it collapsed into silence and spare rooms. One evening, months later, we went back to that same restaurant. Same table. Same waitress. She looked relieved when she saw us, like she'd been carrying the secret too. As we ate, I realized something painful and steady settle inside me. Love doesn't guarantee loyalty. Time doesn't guarantee truth. But self-respect, that's something you can rebuild. I'm still a husband. Still a father. Still someone who believes in love. But now I know this. When the truth whispers, it's not there to destroy you. It's there to save what's left of you.